Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, we are talking about a bunch of LEGO news that I haven't covered in the past week because I've been sick. So now I'm covering it here in one giant video, like I tend to usually do these days, with just getting a bunch of the LEGO news in one giant video and covering it then. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about here today, and I'm very excited to talk about a lot of this stuff, starting with this Lord of the Rings rumored D2C set that could be roughly around the 500 euro range, which I think translates roughly to $500. I could be wrong about that. I don't know exactly the translation between euro and dollar, but this is crazy. This is pretty exciting. I mean, we already know that we are going to be getting Lord of the Rings Brickheadz sets. I think one with Frodo and Gollum, and then one with Gandalf and a Balrog, or the Balrog, whatever it's called. And now we are seemingly going to be getting a D2C full-blown Lord of the Rings set for $500 around that range, which is, again, pretty crazy. I mean, hopefully it's going to be a actual minifigure set, like maybe like the tower, one of the two towers. I forget what the towers are called, but you know what I'm saying. One of the towers from the movies. That would be a really great, I think, D2C set to start us off, giving us a bunch of characters from the movies. Or maybe it's gonna be something completely different. I just hope it's not something stupid. That's the worst way to put it, but something that isn't like of any cool factor with when it comes to like minifigures include, like, I want minifigures to be in this set. I want this to be like a giant play set or something like that. Maybe like a giant castle or like kingdom even would be crazy. So I hope they go with that, and then I hope from then on they continue with like an actual theme, producing like a lot of sets, like a whole wave of sets and stuff like that for this theme, because I think this theme could go a long, long way. So yeah, Lord of the Rings $500 D2C set rumored, and that would be for next year, and that's very, very exciting. Cannot wait to see what that's going to be. But now let's move on to the next thing. Next thing on the list here today, on the schedule here to take a look at, is this Hulkbuster Mark II, which actually I believe ends up being Mark 1. I think there was a more information, and it actually is, it's not Mark 2, it's Mark 1 Hulkbuster. And this is going to be the final D2C set for like the superheroes line, and it's going to be 550. Again, it was originally 500, but with the price increase, it bumped up 50. 4,049 pieces. Releases November 4th for VIPs. We're probably going to get pictures of it, maybe I would guess the last week in October. And a Tony Stark minifigure is likely included. So, gotta be honest with you, I think this is awful. This is really, really bad. The other D2C set of the Black Panther I thought was cool. I just, it was a lot of money, so, and I wasn't really into Marvel, so I wasn't really gonna get it. And this is just bad. This should have been a D. I feel like this could have been a DC set, and they could have gotten depending on what it is, very good sales from it. But this is just not good. This is pretty bad. I think the price is bad for the piece count, and I just think the concept overall, having just another Hulkbuster, is awful. I don't like that at all. For the people that are interested in this set, good for you, but for me, I'm really kind of against this set big time, because I feel like this spot could have been used, or all this budget almost, I guess, for this set could have been used for other sets, in the other waves, and maybe even more DC sets, and maybe even an actual D2C set for DC. I just think that could have probably been a much better use of their budget here to make this set. I think that would have been a much better idea, and I really, again, I'm very, very against this Hulkbuster D2C set for Marvel. I mean, I just like, we already got in a Hulkbuster D2C that didn't even do that well, if I'm not mistaken, and now they're just going to re-release it basically with I think like a $200 increase in price, I think it was. Because I don't remember what the original one cost, but I don't know. It's just very, very silly. I think this is a very bad idea. And again, I feel like there could have been so much more they could have done with the money from this set, for other DC or even more Marvel sets that were probably better than the ones that we got this year. Because to be honest with you, DC wasn't the only theme that was really kind of lacking this year. I feel like Marvel didn't really do that great this year either. It didn't even end up on the top 5 best-selling themes list this year, which is usually is. So that's very interesting. But yeah, not at all a fan of this D2C set. I feel like there could have been so much other things they could have done with the money from this, but they didn't. Then they're just gonna release this on November 4th. So, I mean, I guess, when pictures come out, I'll take a look at it, but I'm just really, really disappointed that this is even coming out, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's that. The last couple things I want to talk about here are these Brickheadz. Well, first off, this Endor Brickheadz $40 pack. This includes Luke, Leia, Lando, R2, and an Ewok, and it's going to release January 1st, 2023. This is very interesting because that means that, or this gives me the idea that perhaps some of the waves of next year's Star Wars sets are going to be Return of the Jedi based. So that is very interesting, and I actually think this Endor pack is kind of a cool idea. Again, you're going to be getting 5 Brickhead characters. You're going to get an Ewok, which I think will be kind of cool in a Brickhead form. Luke in Jedi robes, so obviously the one that we see. My guess is the one that we see in like Mando, I guess, is my guess. I don't know for certain. And then Endor Leia, which of course is, what she looked like towards the end of the movie. And then obviously Lando and R2. So that pretty cool set of Brickheadz there. I don't think I'm going to get them, but I'm interested to see what they look like and everything like that. And again, this gives me hints that perhaps this year we're going to be getting Return of the Jedi sets for this, or next year rather. I keep saying this year. I got to stop doing that. And then the other Brickhead that is supposedly coming out is the Tusken Raider Brickheadz, which of course the Tusken Raider has become a fairly popular character, I guess, or characters in the Star Wars universe these days because of all the shows that have included the Tusken Raiders and made them like really cool characters, especially the Book of Boba Fett. This is going to be a regular $10 Brickhead, so 2 Brickheads coming out next year for, my guess is around January 1st, but again, very cool idea to do a Tusken Raider because they are becoming so popular these days because of Book of Boba, I would suspect, is probably the biggest one there because, the Tuskens are really cool. I can't deny it. I'm not going to get this or anything like that. Just wanted to kind of talk about it because that's very interesting how, again, Endor, Return of the Jedi, maybe there's some sort of connection there for next year, and then Brickheadz, or Tusken Raider Brickheadz, for the popularity of the Tusken Raiders. So yeah, that's really it there. So other than that, that's really it for the news here. That's really everything. We got the Hulkbuster, which again I'm just really disappointed that's even happening. We have the Tusken Raider Brickheadz as well as the Endor Brickheadz. And then, of course, we have the Lord of the Rings rumored D2C. That's probably the thing I'm most excited for, and that's probably the thing I'm actually going to get, so very excited for the Lord of the Rings thing. But, that's the news. That's the collection of the news that I missed from the past week or whatever. So, if you enjoyed that video, do come YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.